and gentlemen, about to make his way to the ring. He is an international superstar from the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jonny Storm.
Well, when guys come over here to wrestle in IPW, you hope that they will be ambassadors for their home country, but Jimmy Jacobs, I can tell you this, does the United States no favours whatsoever.
For those of you that don't know who I am, and you really should, my name is Jimmy Jacobs. And for those who are hard of hearing, my name is Jimmy Jacobs. And in this business of professional wrestling, it's no secret that I'm a bit of a genius. I'm a bit of a mastermind. I know how to play the human game of chess better than anybody in this business, and that's why I'm here in England, to show how brilliant of a mind I am. Because trust me, I did not want to come here from the beautiful United States to come to this crap hole. So I've got a plan for tonight. My plan is this. You'll have to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing his first opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, about to make his way to the ring, from Philadelphia, USA, he is CZW Best of the Best,
Sabian is back in IPW UK. He was with us in February for the Superstars of Wrestling Tour. What an impact he made them, winning 3 nights in a row during that tour. And now, a slightly more appealing ambassador for the United States, the best of the best, is here.
Come on, Kimbo! And ladies and gentlemen, introducing the third man in this triple threat match.
Wonderkid Jonny Storm has been back in IPW for a couple of months now, and you can tell just by the reaction of the fans in Sittingbourne how pleased we are to have him back. One of the greats of his generation in British wrestling, Jonny Storm, representing England in this international triple threat match. Interesting dynamic this is going to be between these three. Originally scheduled scheduled to be a one-on-one match between Storm and Jimmy Jacobs. Plans changed when Sabian, who was going to be challenging for the tag titles originally, his tag partner was injured. Sabian then inserted into this triple threat match instead. And although they are both from the United States, Sabian and Jimmy Jacobs' paths I don't think have crossed before. Jacobs making his name mostly in Ring of Honor, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, among other places. Sabian, as is well documented, is one of the stars in Philadelphia's Combat Zone Wrestling. Storm and Jacobs having some words here. I wonder if the two guys from the United States will possibly team up. This might encourage them to do so. This almost hostile crowd. Crowd cheering for England. And Sabian not trying to start any kind of national chant. He's getting the crowd to chant for Black Jesus. That's what he's known as over in Philadelphia. Jacobs throwing a bit of a tantrum. I think Jacobs thought it was Sabian who kicked him in the posterior. It was Storm. Storm letting these two Americans fight it out. Sabian rolls through. Jacob into a pin. Jacob unhappy with how this match has begun. Why has Jacob's got a microphone? Get on with the match.
Sabian, I have a plan, okay? I have a plan, and the last thing I need tonight is for you, Black Jesus, to screw up my plan. So when I say jump, you ask how high. You got it?
Wait, hang on! Storm, roller! And Jacobs is eliminated!
Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Jacobs has been eliminated!
Well, the rules of this match, I didn't even have time to go through them before Jacobs was eliminated, but one fall not enough to finish it. Under the rule of the whole rules, we're following the same rules as that tag match from a little earlier on. So Jacobs eliminated after just 2 minutes. Well, thanks for coming, Jimmy. Have a nice flight home. And Sabian, Storm is trying to roll him up into a pin. And Sabian's hands are a little bit, I'm not sure anyone's told him. The crowd are enjoying the spectacle. I'm not sure Sabian will be when he realises. Storm with the Hurricane Rana. Storm almost slips, but he recovers his balance in a Hurricane Rana. Sabian. Well, he's caught with his pants down there. Figuratively and literally. Storm off the ropes. Oh, it's Storm. Sabian saw him coming. Storm changed plans in mid-air. Storm is chasing Sabian around the ring. Sabian, I think his trunks are still down. They are. Someone please tell that man. Sabian has landed in the front row. Not sure how pleased that young lady is. Storm getting the crowd to shout White Jesus. So it looks like we've got two Jesuses in the ring. Who will pull off the miracle? Who will win? this one is now a one-on-one match. It was a three-way. Jimmy Jacobs eliminated. Whatever his plan was for tonight, it's gone horribly awry. Chris Roberts being asked to pull up Sabian's pants. The hazards of being a referee. Kick by Sabian. Cover by Sabian on Storm, and Storm kept those legs moving and was able to wriggle his way free. Exchanging chops now. Storm went down. Sabian can certainly hit hard. He's brought up on the streets of Philadelphia. That's how he learned to take care of himself. Well, what more evidence do you need that he's able to take care of himself from the fact that he's been able to thrive in such a violent, hardcore environment as Combat Zone Wrestling, CZW, one of the most brutal federations on the planet. Only survived there, but become their best of the best, winning that prestigious tournament in 2008. Sent head first into the turnbuckle. You know, interestingly, when there were three guys in the ring, Sabian was almost the man in the middle of the crowd, very pro-Storm, very anti-Jacobs. Kind of split in their opinion towards Sabian, but now it's Storm and Sabian. I think it's very much a pro-Wonderkid crowd. Sabian suplex, holds on for the pin. Storm still very much in the hunt for the Cruiserweight title. He lost out narrowly to Mark Haskins at Make or Break in October in Swanley. If he wants to win that belt now, he'll have to go through a different man, the Lion Kid, earlier tonight winning that championship. Two big title matches still to come. And bizarrely, in neither match do we know who the challengers are. The leaders will be defending the tag titles. Leroy Kincaid will be defending the British heavyweight title. Neither's opponents are known at the moment. Now what's Sabian doing? Oh, Sabian sends Storm into the chairs. Sabian, bit of that CZW style, brawling style coming through. This is what makes Sabian so dangerous. He's able to blend that street fighting style with some real technical skills as well. Real picture perfect high flyer when he wants to be. As you're seeing, he's able to more than hold his own when the wrestling goes down to the mat. He's got Storm caught here, cutting off the airways. Sabian trying to scream in the face, intimidate our referee Chris Roberts, who himself is from the mean streets of Wales. Some real nasty gangs out there in Aberystwyth. By Sabian, and just two again. Storm gets that right shoulder up. Still, just Storm has been down there for a long time now, and he's really must be struggling to breathe. It's not only about getting oxygen to the lungs, it's about the blood supply to the brain as well. If Sabian can cut that off, maybe make Storm disoriented, dizzy, it'll be a much easier proposition than he would be otherwise. Jonny Storm, without balance, won't be able to hit any of those fast aerial moves that he's known for. But he's escaped, and he rolls through. Schoolboy by Storm, and only two. Backslide. Storm goes for the pin again. And again Sabian breaks free. Storm once more, third attempt. Sabian, great power. Rolls through, possibly a backslide of his own. Sabian goes into the corner hard. Gets the boot up as Storm comes following through, and Sabian now swinging DDT, no. Storm counters. Sabian perched on the turnbuckle. And Storm! A reverse arm drag off the top. Sabian kicked out. Did well to do so. Big impact. The Wonderkid in control in this transatlantic challenge match. Storm looks like he's going for the Wonderworld. Sabian had that scouted, a big chop from the Black Jesus. DDT, he nailed it that time. Not from the top, but he got it. Sabian's head bounced off the top, and Storm again only gets two. Sabian as well. Talk about how Storm is in hot pursuit of the Cruiserweight title. You've got to think Sabian would like a shot at that as well. He's becoming at least a semi-regular visitor over here in IPW. Certainly think he's earned his title shot. Have to see if our matchmakers agree, but he's got Storm on his shoulders. Rolling Thunder style slam, and Sabian springboard moonsault into the pin, and Storm kicked out at two. Sabian had the leg hook. Storm kicked Sabian in the face, and now he nips up. Storm renowned for getting these extra bursts of energy. Where does he get them from? Storm went for the super kick. Referee Chris Roberts ended up with the leg, and kick to Storm. And then sent him down to Sabian. Referee got quite a good view, but I'm assuming it wasn't a low blow because there was no disqualification. But there's Sabian's frog splash. Sabian, cover! Oh my! Storm kicked out. Storm kicked out of Sabian's trademark frog splash. We're expecting a interesting three-way match between these two and Jimmy Jacobs. Jacobs eliminated early on. And now we're left with this one-on-one. USA versus UK, Sabian versus Storm. Sabian is using the ropes. Sabian is using the ropes, and referee sees it. Sabian has got Storm in the middle of the ring. Sabian now saying it's the beginning of the end for the Wonderkid. Sabian may have go for the frog splash again. He saw Storm move. Storm, Wonderworld! Wonderworld by Storm! Cover, 2 and 3, yes, yes! Well, it was billed as a transatlantic battle and chalk up a victory for the United Kingdom. Jimmy Jacobs and Sabian of the USA just got beat by Essex's own Wonderkid Jonny Storm. Dazzling form Storm has been in since his return to IPW. Absent for most of 2009, but will this man, who has already achieved so much in his storied career, go on to have even more success in IPW after Christmas in 2010? If he keeps up this kind of form, he certainly will. Well, we may be about to see a peace treaty Sabian is contemplating the handshake.